The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
My friends, in our last session, the Golden Shears wandered through an umbral realm, a dark reflection of the world they'd left behind, a melancholic landscape bathed in shades of gray, inhabited by all manner of horrors lurking in the shadows. So too, perhaps, did they seek answers to Nori's questions that lay beneath the surface of gloom, obscured by the swirling mist that lay upon the land like a funeral shroud. The party tried to make sense of their predicament, pulling a deranged porcelain doll from their magical haversack, only to find it unchanged. Creepy AF. When Xanthi placed the doll back inside, as Ashley alluded to earlier, a hand gripped her wrist, pulling her into the sack, or at least trying to, with divine intervention. Just as Xanthi was about to disappear into the darkness, her companions pulled her free, and in doing so, they pulled a slime-covered Alrin out of the sack, birthing him into the realm of shadow. Now, the Shears followed a dust-covered road after cleaning themselves up a bit, hoping that they would find a place called the House of Black Lanterns. Along the way, they were attacked by a herd of these strange, eel-fanged Sarasworn, which were easily dispatched, but not before they latched onto Desmond and Nori with their toothy maws to cause some level of damage. Within moments of the resolution to this encounter, the party was met by an elderly woman, herself wretched and withered, gnarled and grave-touched, pushing a cart laden with pies, all manner of pies made with ingredients of uncertain origins. The woman offered the party information and a complimentary pie, which they took, perhaps reluctantly. The nature of the shadow crossings were revealed, ephemeral pathways between the realms, the mystery of someone who shall not be named, the Countess, a dark despot that rules over this domain. Grim alterations to magics, twisted manipulation of arcane energy. And as the old crone butchered the Sarasworn, presumably to include in her next batch of pies, the party took their leave, heading off to find the House of Black Lanterns. And down the road, they heard the sound of a bell tolling thrice, beckoning them to continue. Moments later, the House of Black Lanterns appeared in their path. A tavern occupied by a dozen or more patrons, some ghostly in appearance, others less so. Behind the bar, a friendly barkeep named Jarl served up warm bowls of stew along with ale and wine to wet their souls. Among the crowd, they found a familiar face, unexpectedly. Spugnoir, the long-lost hero of Hamlet. He'd been there waiting their arrival, believing they had recovered his missing spell book, held in a place he referred to as the Fortress of Memories. There was much celebration as the party was reunited with old Spuggy, but our heroes were tired and in need of respite, so they each slipped away to take their rest. But Nori, ever curious, ate 2 slices of the old crone's pies, entering a vivid dreamscape depicting a glorious summer day on her family farm, she and her brother running through the field and into a nearby grove where they'd built a tree fort. The two played and giggled, carried on, and it was a wonderful reminder of Nori's sincere love for her brother, and perhaps foreshadowing of the pain yet to come. My friends, as we return to the game, if there's anything that you had wanted to add to what happened the previous night, we can do that. Otherwise, we will start with the 4 of you rising from your slumber, having benefited from a long rest. I would like each of you at this moment to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
He's got jokes. He's got jokes.
Oh, this is no joke, I assure you.
Oh, he's got jokes.
Oh boy. Oh wait, I need my character sheet open, don't I?
Yep,
My
you'll need
son's
some
watching the
dice. You'll need some your character sheet, maybe a pencil.
My son's watching the stream. Even he knows I don't make wisdom saving throws.
The pencil is mostly to snap.
Dice is mostly to throw.
Uh-oh.
Not great.
All right.
Does get a 10.
Okay.
So you got a
Xanthi.
12.
Okay. Nori.
25.
Alrin.
Also a 12.
Okay.
Guys,
Noted.
I needed to eat pie last night.
Such good pie.
Did
All right,
the pie
so
give you wisdom?
one by one, you wake up. Each of you, presumably in a separate room aside from, I think, Xanthi and Desmond shared a room. Spug Noir having taken Xanthi's room. We can start here, and you can make the day what you will.
Nori's gonna get up. She's gonna sit up. She's still got the fork in her hand. She's gonna look at the fork, look at the half a pie left, and cast Minor Illusion. It's her brother. She's gonna have her brother just standing, somewhere in the room. She's just gonna.
Which version of your brother?
The
Nori?
younger one, the one that she had the dream of,
Okay.
the one that she remembers from childhood, not the soldier yet.
Okay.
And just gonna look at him for kind of a little bit. And she'll walk up to him, put her hand on his shoulder, and say, I will find you. Now, I will rescue you. I don't know where you are, but I will find you. And poof, she lets him go. Grabs the rest of the pie and brings it down to the room where she knows that Xanthi is.
Okay. You knock on the door. Xanthi and Desmond, you hear the knock.
Xanthi rolls over and promptly just smacks Des in the face with the
Ah.
rock.
What time? Oh shit, we're still here, aren't we? I was hoping I'd wake up in a
What? What's going on?
different place.
Nori knocks again.
Come in.
Oh, Des.
Uh,
I open the door.
wait. It's
it
good
big?
you. Sorry, go
What?
ahead.
She's totally bedhead. She's just sitting in her, in the bed with the blanket.
You guys are both sitting in the bed together.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You guys, here's what's left of the pie. It was great. It was great.
What
Did you-
you ate some of that?
I ate like half of it.
What? What'd you do to? What happened?
That old woman was not wrong. Sweetest dreams ever. I dreamt of my brother. We were playing back at the house. Nothing bad happened at all. I think this might be a way to make this land a little better for you guys. If you're feeling down before bed.
So it's a drug pie? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you can definitely benefit from a full belly to go to sleep as well. Have you not ever?
Did you
Eating a
fall
full
asleep
meal and-
eating pie?
That's beside the point. You guys need to absolutely try this
Did you
pie.
have that pie in your bed?
Pie of shame.
No, I didn't have the pie in my bed. It is completely sanitary. The little edges, you can see it's cut too. I'm not a cave dweller. I sliced it, I took it out, I ate it. Here, you try it now or try it tonight. I would
maybe-
recommend you try it
maybe
now. This is a
later.
great way to start the day. You look a
Well-
little tired still.
What if it? I don't want dreams right now.
You do look still a little I don't know what you guys were up to last night, but maybe you just need a little more rest.
Inside check. She's being really pushy about trying to feed us pie first thing in the morning.
What are you trying to insight about it specifically, do you think?
I think just is she under some kind of influence pressure to feed us this pie now that she has had some? Or
Okay.
it just seems a little odd.
All right, go ahead, Xanthi, and roll an insight check. Nora, you can roll a deception or persuasion, your choice. Don't tell us which you're rolling. What'd you get, Xanthi?
9.
12.
I haven't
You're eating this
had
pie.
my coffee.
All right. We'll eat some pie. But
Worst
Okay,
pie eating.
listen. We need to talk about Spug. How is it that we're seeing him here? And he doesn't know that he's dead.
He
I
didn't
mean-
even seem bothered that he was kind of incorporeal.
Yeah,
He didn't seem to notice that.
It just seems like business as usual.
Well, remember, Des, that scary guy who cursed you? Like, he seemed pretty normal as he was walking around, and then, like, we broke his fantasy, and then he went crazy at you, and he sucked, like,
That's-
20 years of life from you.
That's what I'm a little worried about with
That's what
Spuggy.
you guys are worried about, Spug doing that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts are,
They're unpredictable.
yeah.
But it's Spug, don't you think we should tell him the
It
truth?
might just be me. I'm a little
No.
traumatized.
I think we should tell him the truth.
Well, I mean, the truth is, if we die here, we will meet him here again. So I'm kind of
And
sticking
again.
with that.
And again.
You know, like, it's not a lie. We say, like, hey, we'll be back for you, buddy, because eventually we will be.
Ooh.
He doesn't know how much time has passed. He won't know.
He doesn't. And nobody needs to really be told, hey, buddy, so you burned to death. That sounds awful. Instead,
think
he's just hanging out in a tavern, waiting for us to show up. I mean, it could be a lot worse.
Better give him a lot of cash.
As this conversation is taking place, let's jump over to Allren in your bedroom. What's happening as you're waking up?
I mean, I would head downstairs to wait for my friends.
Okay, so you head down into the main hall of the space, the House of the Black Lanterns, and you see Jarl standing behind the bar cleaning up. There's a couple of other workers that are helping out as well, and he just kind of nods at you, and he says, "Got some hot tea if you're interested.
Absolutely.
Be up in a few minutes."
And when he talks, you say the lanterns kind of
Yeah, they pulse.
flicker. I like that.
Like, yeah. Have a seat, any seat you'd like. You look around, there's nobody there at the moment. You seem to be up earlier, perhaps, than the others. I don't know if that's something that's normal for Allren, but you are the first person down in the main room, the Great Hall.
I feel like I've been sleeping for 9 months before I popped out that bag. Well, burnt.
He sets the tea down in front of you. That sounds like a story. Love to hear that sometime.
It's gross. Absolutely.
Jarl! Hold that thought. And he kind of hustles off to go see what the shouting's about. We'll flash back up to the conversation going on in the bedroom.
Nori's forcing the fork to both of those two.
Oh,
I cleaned it already. It's fine. Just try the pie.
Are you eating the pie?
Yeah.
yeah. Nori
All
just
right.
popped like a fork right into Xanthi's open mouth as she was talking.
About how much do you think that you would eat? A full piece? A
She's
spoonful?
getting a quarter serving.
Quarter
I'm
serving.
cutting
Okay.
it for her.
Couple bites.
No,
All right.
Couple bites.
Each of
Quarter
you,
serving.
please give me a Constitution saving throw.
God, this is Xanthi.
gonna love it.
25.
That's pretty good.
Actually rolled pretty well. 17 plus 3, 20.
All right, so you feel nothing, but you taste the delicious flavors. Even though the pie is now cold, it is so well put together. It is the flakiness of the crust over the top, the ingredients inside, the perfect balance of sort of the sweet and savory, the vegetables, that perfect sort of texture where they're not too mushy. They still got some structure to them, and the meats. Oh, the meats have been seasoned to perfection. It's delicious. But you don't really get what all the hullabaloo is about that Nori is talking about, but it's good.
Listen, if you're not feeling anything, I mean, you'll see, I had to take 2 pieces. Maybe it just wasn't enough. When we see that lady again, we can get some more pie, because I do really think not only is it delicious, she has got a way with spices, don't you think? But
I mean,
it
yeah,
just
it's pretty
really
good.
puts a shine on the shadow. I mean, branding. We could tell her about that.
Yeah, but I still don't know what I just ate.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the kind of meat that she put in that she was after out there.
Well,
Remember those things with the
she did say that she
circular mouths that like to
Yeah,
preferred
clamp
other
onto
meats,
your
though.
arms and
yeah.
I bet percentage-wise, that's only like 3% of the meat that's in there. Otherwise, it's probably really good meat. Shadow boar? I think she said shadow boar. Pig?
I mean, that sounds like a pig, so okay.
Sounds
but
like a pig is a pig. You guys, come on. Next time we see her, we're getting more pies.
well, what does the pig eat?
Other pigs? I don't know what pigs eat. I do know what pigs eat. They eat slop.
everything.
Yeah.
They'll eat everything.
You probably had a pig
That's
back
right, I
at
don't wanna
home on
think
the
about it.
I had a
farm.
pig, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Nori
what a pig
definitely.
eats.
Yeah. Shadow boar could be different though. You don't know.
No, it's exactly the same. You know, you guys know it's the same. They just eat probably grasses and berries and things that it can just forage. You're fine. You're fine. You're gonna see that you're fine. It was delicious. You don't even need to buy breakfast now.
Yes?
Speaking of breakfast,
Coffee?
I mean, maybe we go down and do this in front of Alrin, but should we try the coffee carafe again now that we're in this place? I
What?
mean,
What was
I-
wrong with the coffee carafe?
It was like sludge before, and Xanthi will pull out the carafe of endless coffee and try to pour some.
Yeah,
into-
you pour into the mug that you have in your kit, and this hot steaming coffee starts pouring out into the cup. It starts to fill up. It gets about halfway, and then this big glob of tar-like sludge
Oh.
just right in, splashes hot coffee.
okay, well that
What is
goes
that?
there goes that theory. I thought, like he said, we were in the sanctuary. I thought maybe magic would be different in here.
Well, it
It's
worked
still
for a
gross.
little while. I mean,
Okay,
it
well,
could be worse. But
Yeah.
I don't want to drink that. Like, there's a big lump of slime floating in it.
We'll just have to stick to the beer then.
All right, so you guys
Sacrifices must be
gonna head down to meet Alrin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the three of you head down, noticing that the door to the room, Xanthi, that you had given to Spug Noir is still closed. As you walk past, you head downstairs.
Do we let him sleep in or do we wake him up? I don't. Okay.
I think we're not gonna want him to hear some of the stuff we have to talk about, right?
Okay. We'll just see if he comes down.
All right. As you descend the staircase, you see Alrin sitting at a table with a cup of steaming tea set in front of him.
Hey, Alrin, how was your night?
Morning. Uneventful, restful after, my time getting snatched away to wherever I was, so less nightmares than I expected, to be fair. I only remember a few of them. And I didn't wake up in a cold sweat twice.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
this place.
Probably.
Nori ate like half that drug pie, so she said it was really good, and it gave her, I don't know, made her rested, something.
Alrin,
Oh.
I ate half of that pie. Technically more than I probably should have eaten. I had the best dream ever of my brother If we see that lady again, we definitely have to get. She said it was kind of a steep price, 5 gold. Do you think she sells that pie here to these guys? Could we just buy it here?
Yeah, she said she sells the pies here.
They might have some here already. If she deals with the bartender.
I really want you guys to experience what I experienced. I mean, if we could all just do it together, that would be amazing. But maybe that's for a different time. Let's get some breakfast and figure out what we're doing.
Breakfast at the fair is very similar to other places that you've stayed in the past. They have eggs and, slabs of meat that are fried. They have some fresh breads that were made early in the morning. None of it has, even like the bacon-like meat has very little flavor. It just doesn't have what you would expect. Kind of tastes hollow. It looks great, it smells great, but once you actually taste it, it just doesn't really give off a whole lot of flavor. But it is food nonetheless, and it will cost you each 4 silver pieces for the breakfast. As you are sitting there having breakfast, you look over and just notice suddenly that Spug Noir is sitting at the table with you, writing in his journal. And he looks up and says, oh, you guys made it. I've been waiting for you. Do you know where my spell book is?
No, we haven't recovered it yet, Spug. But we'll find it.
I thought you said to meet you here that you'd have my spell book.
Well, we know where it is now, but we haven't recovered it yet.
Yeah, we're still working on it. Like, we thought we would have it by now, but unfortunately we don't quite have it yet. But we do know where it is. We think.
That's great.
Yeah, it was, the Rebel Hearts.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was them. I told you.
Let them have it.
Stole it.
Thanks. Hopefully not too much. I mean, but thanks nonetheless. So it's in the fortress, right? You just haven't gone to get it?
Fortress.
Fortress of Memories. That's what you told me.
We're gonna go get it. We'll get it there.
Okay.
We'll bring it back here.
Just to refresh our memories, what's the best way to get to the Fortress of Memories?
I don't know. I thought you said you'd been there before.
Oh yeah, but
I don't know what's going on. I feel like
I drank so much last night, it's just a little fuzzy.
He starts to like blink in and out of existence as you can see he's getting like frustrated. Maybe I misremembered or...
Why don't you come over here and have a breakfast beer with me? Everything will be all right. We'll figure it out.
I'd love to have a beer with you, Desi, but it just so happens I'm out of coin, unfortunately. But if I had some, I would... Thanks. Hey, how are you? My name is Spug Noir. He looks over at you, Alrin. Pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
Is Lachlan coming?
He said he'll join us tomorrow.
Oh, great. I can't wait to see him. It's kind of like a reunion. It's like we're all going to be here. Well, except for Norb. The funniest thing is I thought I saw Norb. Yeah, just not long ago. He walked in and then he talked to Jarl and then he left. I mean, maybe it wasn't him.
Right. It couldn't possibly be him, right?
Yeah, right.
I wish it was, though.
It would be nice to see him again.
She's gonna lean over and try to message Des. And if it works, she's gonna say, "So, do you think maybe we should ask the bartender, that Jarl guy, about running into Norb if he asked for something, and also about the Fortress of Solitude?" or memories.
We might as well start
Sorry, that was
asking
a
around.
Superman reference.
Yeah, I think we should ask around. I don't think there's any use in trying to hide our intentions at this point.
Right.
We don't know where we're going.
Yeah. And then she's gonna turn around and message Allred and say, "Don't let Spug get worked up, because ghosts, when they get worked up, curse people. So we'll just play along with him." Okay.
Nori's just watching you guys just stare blankly.
She's just vaguely
Into
pointing
the
at one
sky.
person, vaguely pointing at another person.
Just feeling left out. Nori's gonna get up and go over to the bartender.
Oh, what can I
Proprietor.
get for you? Everything okay?
Thanks.
Food's good, tea's good.
Everything is delicious.
Oh, wonderful.
Do you have time to answer a couple of questions? I know you're busy.
He looks around. Yeah, I could answer a few questions for you. What is it? What do you got for me?
Our friend keeps mentioning the Fortress of Memories. I mean, we have several things we're trying to solve, but he starts flickering out and mentioning this place. Do you know anything about it?
Of course I know about it. The Fortress of Memories. That's the home of the one who shall not be mentioned.
Why can't we mention them?
Just out of caution, I suppose it would be. The more times they who shall not be mentioned is mentioned, the more likely they are to hear the words that follow. Fortress of Memories is a dark place now. Fragments of memories and items of great value to those who have passed are kept there. These essences being collected almost obsessively by the one who shall not be mentioned. We really need to get an acronym for this one. Why do you ask about it? What is it your friend seeks there?
Well, honestly, it's more what I seek there. Does oh, it is really difficult to come up with an acronym. Do they store souls there too?
Not sure, miss. I've never been there myself, but it is a twisted, mournful place.
Do people
A
ever
source
go
of
there?
sorrow. Parts of people go there. Sometimes there are pilgrims that will gather in the lands around it to give homage to the one who shall not be mentioned. Dusk elves guard the gates. Beyond them, only the echoes of the past. Be wary.
What if we wanted to go there? How do we get there? Does it just show up like you guys did? To us?
Perhaps you should think twice about wanting to go to that place.
Don't try to convince me otherwise. We're going there.
Fair enough. The places in this realm are strange. The Shadowlands hold many secrets. Destinations elusive. They often show up when least expected and most appropriate. This Fortress of Memories is a dangerous place, as I said. There may be challenges to face that will cause you much sorrow and pain, but I can see on your face that you already carry much of that with you.
if we wanted to expedite the process and not wait for it to show up, what if we just said their name over and over? We wouldn't do it in here. We don't.
Mighty
we don't wanna-
dangerous bargain to make. It's quite possible. Depends on what your intentions are. If they
Depends on
be
what we find out.
to pledge allegiance, that's one thing. To be a thorn is another. Perhaps what you need to do is seek some advice from someone who knows more about these places. I'm just a simple barkeep. I'm proprietor here.
Insight check. Is he
What are you
hiding something? Is he more than just a simple barkeep?
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight check.
That's a 6.
You definitely get the sense that he's more than just a barkeep.
Okay.
There's a Vistani woman that might be able to help you. Keep you and your friends safe. Marching into straight to the Fortress of Memories is liable to get you to a place worse than death. Those who die here in the Shadowlands are often cursed to replay over and over the moments of their death. Before traveling on, it used to be things were different. But the one who shall not be named, well, when they came to power, everything changed. As if the negative energy plane itself had seeped into this realm. Always the Shadowlands, but a place of transition, not a place of imprisonment. Well, can I get you more tea?
I'm drinking beer. I'll have more ale. But about the imprisonment part, we've seen some people that seem like they're actually imprisoned. That's what it's become now, isn't it?
I'm afraid so, lass.
What about people that didn't even die here? Our friend, we know him from somewhere else. We know he died there, but he's here.
He's here and he's run up quite a bill, by the way, I should add.
I think we can help you with that.
I think that would be good.
Is he trapped here forever too? Even though he didn't even...
It's not for me to say, lass. I'm not in charge of these things. I'm just a simple barkeep.
You're a simple barkeep. Okay. Tell me
But
this at least. Where are we? I know where we are. This is a sanctuary. This is your tavern, but...
Right?
Where are we outside of this?
Miss, you're in the Shadowlands. How did you get here?
Now that is a story. We didn't die. I actually think we might have been invited.
There are many here who are not dead, but those soulless Shadowborn, as they're called, seem to blend into the background, almost go unnoticed, they do. Not you, I can see you and your friends still have hope. Perhaps not all will be extinguished in your quest.
That woman that you buy pies from, is she one of them?
Vistani, no.
Soulless Shadowborn?
Oh, no, dear. She is not. That is... Well, that's Granny Morgan.
Granny Morgan.
She's a bit of a fae-touched. Not quite sure where she came from, but She's been around as long as I have, as long as I can remember, anyways. But this place is ancient, as ancient as any of the plains. This here establishment's been around much longer than I have. Turned it into quite a happening place. Sometimes we even have musicians, and not just the musical muzak.
You know, we have a musician in our group. I expect he would love to play for you. Liven the place up. Not that it needs livening. It's great here, but...
Never hurts to have a bit of life in a place so dreary.
What's this Vistani woman's name, and where do we find her?
Ah. You be seeking Madam Eva. Madam Eva Blackwood.
Blackwood.
Aye. They're difficult to find. They travel. They're the ones that bring us some of the ingredients that we use in our stews, and no doubt they supply Granny Morgan with ingredients for the pies as well, but...
You don't say.
It's best to seek them at the Dead Man's Cross. If your fortune aligns with theirs, perhaps your paths will cross. This place is funny like that.
Is this Dead Man's Cross another one of those things that just shows up when you least expect it?
Well, it's just down the road, miss.
Oh. That's refreshing. So is there anything that can be done for our friend? The guy in the glasses over there.
Well, I'm no expert, but lots of times these things work themselves out, or the essence becomes so faded, like a pencil worn down to the nub, that they just disappear.
It's not the fate that I think we want for Spug.
He seems like a good kid. Bit of light on coin, but good kid nonetheless.
See, the fundage is high on your list of thoughts. I will make sure that we take care of that before we head out.
6 gold pieces will do.
Okay. Thank you, Jarl. It's Jarl, right?
Likely as it's ever been. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Xanthi will pop up behind Nori and hi.
Oh, hello. Hello. Hi.
I was just wondering, one of our friends may have stopped by here before leaving. Did you happen to see a barbarian named Norb? The gentlest barbarian you've ever seen. He really maybe should have been a druid or something. But big guy. Very strong. Someone said that they thought he spoke with you and then left.
I'm sorry, miss. Lots of people come through here. We're at a crossroads, as it were. I wish I could help you. It's quite possible that I've met your friend, but lots of those types come through here as they're traveling from one place to the other.
Good with mold earth.
Well, look, if I come upon anyone who fits that description, big heart, big man, molding earth, I'll tell them that you were looking for him. What should I say is the name of you, miss, or your group?
He wouldn't recognize a name other than just tell him Xanthi was here.
I'll do it.
And if I die, maybe I'll come back here.
Oh, it's quite likely, miss, as I was just mentioning to your companion. Those who die in this place are often doomed to walk eternally until their essence is drained.
Yeah, about that though, two of our companions, from our previous adventures did not die in this place, but they're both seemingly here. So, do you know why that would be?
I do. This is, shall we say, a crossing point between the living and the dead.
So people can just pass through if they, died far away from this place.
It used to be that way. Indeed. They would perhaps stay for a bit, depending on unfinished business and the like. And then they would simply pass on to the land of their gods. But things changed when she who shall not be named took control of this realm, the Shadowlands.
So if somebody got, clogged up here, where would they stick?
Could be anywhere, miss. I don't know the mechanics behind any of it. I just know that there's been more and more of these poor souls. Perhaps you'll find answers in the Fortress of Memories. Perhaps something worse.
Do you have a map that
No, I don't. There is no maps of this place, miss. The land here is continually changing to meet the will of the Countess. Shit.
What happened? I think we can just say it.
Countess! I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's funny. I thought you were just a simple barkeep.
Well,
You're also a comedian.
I have my moments.
Open night mic on Thursdays. All right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Let me give you a bit of advice in your quest to find whatever it is you're looking for. Be wary of the bandits along the road. Be wary of she who shall not be named minions, the Dusk Elves, other worse horrors. Beware the Nightwalkers. They are the worst of the creatures that inhabit these lands.
Is that the giant creature?
They are quite large, made of shadow.
Nightwalker. Ooh, yeah. I saw that eat a bunch of things. It looked quite tough.
They are eternally predatory, consuming light, goodness, innocence, as if they are manifestations of the negative plane itself. The end of all things, consuming all that is good. Many a priest of Paylor have they consumed.
Let's maybe laugh at that.
Okay.
Okay. Xanthi?
That was one of my jokes. That was another one of my jokes.
That was very...
It hit wrong, I guess. Timing is everything.
Know your audience.
And your topic. Subject matter.
I'm in danger.
You all are.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Very, very helpful, very kind. Very nice to have somewhere to sleep last night. Oh gosh, but maybe we should be on our way. Uh, she goes back to the table.
So
Nori hangs around
anyways,
for just one more second.
hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I just buy 2 more of those pies?
Well, let me check and see if I've got some back there, lass. They're
Specifically
quite
that-
popular.
The woman has sold you.
Oh yeah, Granny Morgan's pies. They
Granny
are
Morgan. Granny
quite
Morgan's pies.
quite highly sought after.
If you have any of those, I'll buy 2.
Let me check on it. Back at the table, as Xanthi, as you return to the table, Spug Noir has launched into a wild, somewhat exaggerated story of the attack on Hamlet and the role that you all played, but very heroic, and most of it is in line with the facts. And he's talking about the waves of gnolls that came into town, some of the explosive magics that were used, the construction site of the castle being blown to bits, all of the people that were fighting amongst each other. And he ends kind of on a somber tone, describing as you're walking up Xanthi, sort of the loss of Jeru Ashstaff. It was a rough time. It really was.
Yeah. So, guys, apparently those really gigantic, terrifying things we saw outside the bar that were like, picking up people and eating them, that's a night walker, and they're attracted to things that are, good and, like priests of Palor or celestial creatures, or other light golden things. Just looks at you guys.
As you guys are talking, we'll jump back to Nori real quick. The Jarl comes back and he says, well, you're in luck, lass. We've got 2 pies left over. I'll have to charge you 12 gold for them, since they're the last of them.
12. Hold on 1 second. And I run over. Xanthi. And I pull on your cloak. Can I have 12 gold?
For what?
For more of those pies. I
think
don't
you
have any
a-
money on me right now.
You might have a pie problem.
You might have a pie problem. I mean, I didn't really say that. Can I have 12 gold?
No. All right. You know what? Like,
I have some gold.
well,
Also,
okay.
we should.
Are we really gonna spend all of our gold in this tavern? Like, the rooms here are a little expensive, and we're buying expensive pie, and Nori
We should
wanted to
also
pay off all the debt of Spug.
Oh, I mean, that would be amazing if you did that. I don't know how I'm going to pay the barkeep. Sorry.
It's all right. I can, let me see what I have. Hold on.
I mean, we have some in our.
Technically, I just need 10 gold. I will empty my pockets for this pie.
All right, Des will flip you a platinum piece,
Okay, thank you, Des.
which is 10 gold.
You're not gonna regret it. I'll run back with my money and give him the 12 plus 12 copper, so I am completely broke. Like for a tip. So I hope that's not insulting. Here, this is all I
He
have.
gives
This
you a
is how
smile. He takes
important
the
it is to
platinum
me.
piece and holds it up. Very nice. Puts it into his pocket, scoops the rest of the coin, and would you like me to bundle them up for you?
That would be wonderful if you could. Thank you.
Of course. He goes back and pulls out a small basket, lays a cloth in it, puts the pies in it, wraps them up in the cloth, and hands you the basket. Basket's on the house. If you bring it back, good on you.
Means I lived.
Exactly. Now, is there anything else I can do for you before I get back to work?
I don't think so. I think. Oh, we're gonna. I think we're gonna pay off. We'll take care of it. We're gonna pay off his debt too.
6
Perfect.
gold.
Yeah,
Yes.
Xanthi will come over and she'll quietly palm the 6 gold over to the bartender and say, just wipe his bill clean, but like just don't mention it to him. Like he doesn't seem to remember much anyway, but now he's square.
Fair. You're good friends. I think this lad needs good friends right now. Well, good luck on whatever it is you end up doing. I'm sure I'll see you again. Some form or another.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully not, but it was pleasant.
We have a really nice place here. It really is a sanctuary.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, should we go outside in this terrifying place?
As you say that, Xanthi, you look around and suddenly notice that the place is full. Just as it was the night before. You didn't see the people come in. You didn't, take any notice of it until suddenly they're just there and it's like a tavern in full swing.
Okay then.
Whoa, it got busy real quick. Yeah, maybe we should get
this
going.
place.
Yeah, too
We'll get
crowded.
You see a couple people walk in. There's a man in what appears to be some sort of armor that has some sort of a moon-like motif on the chest plate. He seems to have massive wounds across his body. He just kind of nods at Spug Noir as he walks by, and Spug Noir kind of holds up a hand and just sort of waves very casually. You look over, you see the man, the gnomish fellow with the dark skin. He's got if you recall, he has a red scarf that just drips blood, consistently dripping blood, a variety of other individuals. And then there's this strange creature, this presence that just kind of hovers in the corner. It looks like a mass of viscous black tar. Nobody seems to pay it any mind. Go ahead, Desmond. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Seems like it's getting really busy. What the fuck?
Don't look at it.
Don't make eye contact.
Hey, you all see that too, right?
Uh-huh.
Giant blob
That's
of
new,
tar.
right?
Yeah. I don't like it at all. Should we maybe move along?
Yeah, let's maybe just ignore it for now and
Alrin
Yeah.
is very curious about that creature.
Looks like your coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
also,
make this? Did you do
also-
that?
the bartender said we shouldn't use the name of the lady that we were looking for. But he accidentally used it, and then he said, "Oops, like she knows when you use it." So maybe we should.
That.
yeah. I mean, what's the plan? Where are we going?
Well, apparently just out on the street and up a little ways, we are gonna run into this cross, Dead Man's Cross. We're looking for this Vistani person. It's gonna take us to where we need to go.
Who's?
The
What
house of
do we have their name?
Eva Blackwood. Ring any bells?
Wait,
Des?
like Mona Blackwood?
Well,
Like-
I mean, they have the same last name. Yes.
Let's hope
I
it's
mean-
not a relation.
What are the
She
odds?
made really good tea, though, you guys. Rose hip. Amazing.
Alrin, I don't think you would maybe know what they're talking about, the significance of the Blackwood connection.
Nope.
But
I
it doesn't
wander
sound
off to the
good.
corner.
Whatever they're talking about does not sound good.
So I wander off to the corner where the mass is, while they're
Okay.
talking amongst themselves.
All right. What is your intent?
Well, if it's humanoid looking, I'd like to bring two ales over.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yes. Well, I rolled a 9. I'm a +1, so 10.
It looks like a humanoid-sized, like a human-sized mass of tar that just sort of, it almost like it's inside of water. You know, like a lava lamp, the stuff that's inside of a lava lamp, it kind of undulates sort of like that. Not necessarily bubbling off into separate pieces, but sort of almost like these pseudopods sort of form and then are reabsorbed back into the mass as it just sort of very subtly, though. It's not fast, it's very slow moving. As it sees you approaching, however, it seems to take a more stable humanoid shape.
Okay. I will go up to it and sort of nod towards the chair next to it, as if to ask if I could sit next to it.
It's just sort of standing there without any sort of features whatsoever, and you just hear this series of guttural clicks.
I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Do you say anything to it?
Yes, I'm going to say, what brings you here, friend?
The guttural clicks continue, but you make out a rudimentary language of sorts. Sent here, watching, crafting, guiding, watching.
And I will use my Amulet of Detect Thoughts to get the surface thoughts of this creature, or whatever it is.
Let me just look up. I want to see what this if this amulet has any specific types that it works on. What is it called? Amulet of Detect Thoughts?
Yep. Medallion of... Yeah.
Basically, it lets you cast Detect Thoughts.
Yep.
Okay. It does say creature. Certain creature. Okay. Yeah, you detect thoughts, and it is thinking about each and every individual inside of this place. It seems to be almost cataloging descriptions, words, almost like it's some sort of a scrying device or recording creature. It seems to be surveying and surveillance, basically.
Okay. And we didn't notice that last night?
No. This is the first time you've seen this thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But it's not really paying me more mind than anyone else?
It clicks and kind of pseudo speaks to you. What desire you?
What is the place we're going to? The Hall of Memories or something?
Well, that's probably where you're ultimately looking for, it sounds like. Maybe, but I think Noria is looking to find a Vistani woman.
Oh, the Eva Blackwood. Yeah, why not? What do I got to lose? Eva Blackwood.
It clicks again and just speaks to you in 2 words as a response, not here.
And nothing in its thoughts.
I mean, it's thinking about Eva Blackwood
Okay.
and that they're not here.
Okay.
Yeah. You get the sense that this is maybe a creature, maybe some sort of arcane creation.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a conversationalist.
Right.
But you're hearing things with your detect surface thoughts. I don't know how long it lasts, but you're hearing things like gnome, you know, in a description of Nori, for example. It's cataloging, and you're catching up bits of this as it's talking about the man with the chest plate armor and the wounds. It's mentioning one of the elves that seems to be a ghostly I mean, it's just it's basically like talking about each individual, some of like the key points that it's observing.
Can I make an Arcana check on this creature?
For what purpose?
See if it feels like it's a summoned emissary, some kind of, you know, maybe that the who were the person we're not supposed to say maybe have sent it, you know, kind of a feeling of dread or what kind of magic it could be.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Only a 12.
You definitely get the vibe that this thing is probably works for she who shall not be named. That's the definite vibe you get. And it does not seem like any creature you've ever seen before. So quite possibly it could be a creation.
Okay. I'll head back to the party. Give them an idea of what I noticed. We're being cataloged, by the way.
What did it say I was?
Did I get a sense of that?
Give me an insight check real quick.
$11.
No, there were so many people that you didn't pick up specifically on Xanthi.
Recording things about us.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, inventorying everyone here. So
Right, to probably suck our souls out later.
maybe later. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably hers.
Mm.
It would only make sense. Like, who else would be cataloging everybody in the tavern? Who would want to keep tabs on everyone?
Yep. See who's new, I would assume.
Maybe that means that she can't really see well in here, so she had to send somebody.
It's true.
This place does have crazy rules.
Granny Morgan said that she knows we're here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be giving her any new information about us.
You don't know that.
Maybe we should leave.
Xanthi, have you tried doing that thing? You know, here?
The thing that I am inherently good at?
Mm, yeah.
Yes, I was a zombie for a while.
I couldn't tell.
I was undead.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Ooh, sick burn, Nori.
Nori's feeling spicy after that pie. You're right, you did. Is that what you wanted to look like?
I mean, technically, I don't know.
how I looked. But I think, I mean, I sounded like a zombie. I probably
did.
looked scary.
You did.
Yeah. I just
Well,
wanted
at least
to blend in.
we know that works then. We can be pretty sure. Right?
You know, I maybe I could be one of those things though. She kind of vaguely gestures behind her. You know, in a pinch. Cuz I can look like almost anything that's humanoid. I
If it
think.
comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't, because that's gross.
So is the zombie. I guess
Mm,
I don't have to look
you know
at
what?
it, so.
Everyone's got their thing, I guess.
What are you saying?
Well, oh no. All I'm saying is that I am comfortable around zombies. I didn't think you were that gross. Nibus? Nibus 2? Nibus... It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't want to call you mommy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh, but we should probably leave.
Let's get out of here. It's getting
Yeah.
weird.
All right. Is there anything that any of you would want to do before leaving the establishment?
Well, we're gonna see if we can get Spug to tag along, right? We're gonna bring him with us.
Are we? I don't think we should. I think we should just say we'll be back for him.
Get the sense he's just gonna, like, bamf back here again.
Hmm.
We can try, but
Well, I guess I don't.
His memory's like a goldfish.
I don't know if I want to see him cast a spell out there.
Yeah, he might not even be able to.
All
We should
right.
tell him to stay.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him
Dazzle.
die again.
Spug. We're gonna
Yeah?
go out for a bit today, but we're gonna come back here for you. Sound good? You just hang out. We covered your bill. You know, get another ale.
I just got the craziest, what do they call it? Like deja vu. I could swear you've told me that exact thing before, to wait here for you while you went out into the Shadowlands.
It's weird how that happens, right?
It happens a lot.
Weird. I'll be here.
What about
Don't
the
you
gnome
worry.
with the bloody bandana?
What specifically? What do you mean specifically?
Does he look like does he look like he's constantly bleeding?
Give me a perception, or actually give me an investigation check. That would be more appropriate. Intelligence based.
I like investigation. I
Mhm.
couldn't possibly roll another average number, could I?
All numbers
I
are
roll an average
inherently
number.
great.
Yeah, no, tonight's the night. With a +7, that gives me an 11.
There is a lot of blood. I mean, it's not like a gusher, it's not like a gout of blood, but it is. He has a cream colored jerkin, like a lighter fabric, and it is stained. And he's got towels that he's just sort of toweling himself, trying to mop up the blood. It's hard to tell if it's him or the bandana around his neck or what it is, but he's definitely bleeding. There's blood.
Well, I'll ask him what happened. I'll sit down with him. I would prestidigitation the towel, but I don't think that spell does that much blood.
No, that ain't gonna help. I've tried it before. I'm doomed. Doomed, I say. Doomed. Actually, it's this fucking cursed bandana. Can't seem to get the damn thing off. It fucking bleeds and bleeds and bleeds and bleeds.
You have a bleeding bandana.
I mean, look at it. I'm doomed.
I take out a notepad and write that down because that actually sounds like a really cool song. Ballad of the Bleeding Bandana. Anyways.
Just promise me this, mate. If it gets to become a big hit, you get me some sort of kickback for the inspiration.
Absolutely. Where'd you get that?
Long fucking story. And the quick version is, I'm fucking doomed. I'm doomed, I say. What's your story?
Can I put my hand on his arm and see if he feels real?
You getting fresh with me, boy? He looks down
No,
and
it's a comforting. I'm a bard. I'm trying to calm you down. That's all.
well, you're kind of creeping me out, but well, E for effort.
Appreciate that. What's your story, friend? How are you doomed?
Put this fucking bandana around me neck. I can't get it off, and it's bleeding. Bleeding. Yep, still bleeding.
Do I
Your
think I
fucking
can
story.
dispel it?
You can try.
Why not? I will cast Dispel Magic on it. Let's see what happens here in this place when I cast Dispel Magic. See if my head explodes.
All right, while this is going on, what are the rest of you doing?
Xanthi's
like-
getting nervous that Alrin won't leave.
I'd expect we're standing at the door looking at him.
Well, they were talking amongst themselves about the stuff. I was kind of off doing this while you guys were chatting.
Sure,
Kinda.
sure. She's going to cast Mage Armor on herself, extended version, while she's kind of milling about the doorway.
Yeah, you're just watching as Alrin sparks up a conversation, puts his hand on the guy's arm, seems to be like really leaning in, talking to him.
They're gonna start dancing.
Is Alrin picking up somebody here?
He knows we're leaving, right?
Yeah, we're working right now.
All right, just give him a moment.
Man,
Do you guys
he's
want to sniff the
smooth.
pies a little bit while we're waiting?
What is
Just sniff in my bag for a second. It is
Nori?
really
You're
fragrant.
becoming oddly obsessed with those pies.
Oh, it smells so good.
Alrin, I would like you to make a charisma roll, please. This is for the Dispel Magic. What does it look like when you cast Dispel Magic? It has verbal and somatic components, plus some sexy magical effects, I'm sure.
I feel like I would kind of go around my hat that I use as my spell
Focus.
whatever spell focused. As I do that, you just kind of almost see waves that look like it could be sheet music kind of swirl towards him as I just hum a little bit to myself and move my hands. Usually I would have my sword in my hand as I would cast this, if there was a battle situation, but without the sword, as I don't feel threatened, I just kind of make the hand motions instead as if I'm conducting the spell towards him.
Okay. Yeah, give me charisma is your spellcasting ability, I'm sure. So
It is.
give me a charisma roll, please.
You know what? I give up.
Oh no.
It's an 11.
Okay. Total?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so it's interesting as these notes sort of emanate from your hands towards the scarf. They kind of pass through the scarf and they pop out the other side covered in blood, and then they just sort of like dissipate into the sky, and the blood actually falls off of the magical representation of the notes and hits the floor and splats on the floor. And the gnomish fellow just kind of looks over and goes, "That's a fancy trick, but I'm still fucking doomed. What's your excuse?"
And I've never seen Alrin strike out before. It's fascinating.
There's still time, Santi. Watch.
I just shake my head, get up, and walk towards the door.
All right. All right. So you meet your friends at the door, and the four of you step out into the eternal gloom of this place. That's not nighttime, but there are shadows everywhere. There is swirling mists that aren't completely obscuring things. You can see this ashen covered road before you. You can see that it goes in two different directions leading away from the House of Black Lanterns. And based on the information that you'd been given by Jarl, you know that it's nearby to the north, he said. And so the four of you begin to head that way. Nori, give me a D4 roll, please.
3.
Okay. You walk for a while. You get to the point almost where you think that maybe you've gone past it, or maybe it was the other way. Did you hear the Jarl's guidance right? Suddenly, as you are standing debating whether or not to turn back, the dust from this road kicked up in a bit of wind creates those little sort of dust tornadoes that skitters across and dissipates in the scrub brush that grows adjacent to the roadway. You see what appears to be a wooden sign. With a few steps toward it, you can see that there's a crossroads. 5 directions. And at the center of the crossroads, this signpost, this grisly marker adorned with what appears to be an ancient corpse bound to the cross pieces. The wind-blown dust, this constant abrasion has scoured clean anything that may have been engraved or written upon the sign itself. And it's also turned the body into sort of like this desiccated husk, this sort of cured skin stretched across the structural elements of the skeleton. Black, almost leather-like. Another step forward, you can see that the lids of this poor soul's eyes are stitched closed, and its lips pulled back around its teeth to expose a terrifying grin. And this, my folks, is where we will take a quick break, refresh our beverages, and our resolve to continue forward into this crazy place that we now know as the Shadowlands. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, I just want to make sure people are aware that we do have a giveaway going. So if you are interested in winning Esmeralda's Guide to Ravenloft from our good friends over at CZRPG, please type !drawing to be entered to win. This content is freaking fantastic, as is all of the CZRPG content. Check it out. If you are interested in supporting their Patreon, which we do, please jump on over to their Patreon and take a look at all the different rewards that you get for that. All right, so we will be back in just a couple short minutes. Everybody, thank you so much for the hype train and the resubs and the follows and all the good stuff. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks a lot. Okay, my friends, as we return to the game here, you have found yourselves disembarking from a sanctuary, a bit of a sanctuary in this strange world that you have found yourselves in, following your companion Nori on a quest to understand what happened to her brother on the battlefield of Emerdy Meadows, why her memory is obfuscated by some sort of power, perhaps caused by this individual that she refers to as the matron, the source of her warlock powers, the source of her blade that she wields, Orvan's Gladius, as she has known it. You found yourselves in the sanctuary. You spent the night resting. You tried to talk to weird blobs of tar. And now you're off. You have walked for a number of hours. It's unclear. The landscape is deceiving. It's hard to gauge distances. Time is difficult to understand, to keep track of. There's no sun to really measure your progress or the progress of the day itself. And as I mentioned before we went to break, you find yourself at a crossroads of 5 different ways, marked by this grisly signpost, secured to it a corpse. And as you approach, you see the features that I mentioned, the stitched together eyelids, the lips dried and pulled back, exposing broken, sharp teeth that rest in some sort of an eternal grin. You take a few steps forward, Nori, and stop dead in your tracks as before you emerge from the mists phantom-like spectral warriors that stand between you and the crossroads. One of them steps forward, his presence commanding. He speaks in a voice that resonates with some sense of authority and maybe some dark, unclear purpose. I am General Zelyanko Vislov Todorov of the Order of the Shadow Moon. We serve the Countess with unwavering devotion, carry out her will with ruthless precision. His eyes narrow as he takes in the party. You can see a bit of a curl to his lip. We know why you've come. Seeking to disrupt the balance, meddle in affairs that are beyond your understanding. You seek your matron, the fallen queen. Fools and would-be heroes, your quest ends here. He pauses for a minute. You stand here at the crossroads, both in place and in fate. Swear fealty to the Countess, the true ruler of the Shadowlands, and pledge your loyalty now with blood sacrifice. Do so, and you will be allowed to leave the Shadowlands unscathed, return to the realm from which you came. Refuse, and you will meet your end by the Moonblade. And you look down as he sort of looks to his hand, and you see this massive greatsword that he has resting on the ground next to him. The choice is yours. Pledge your loyalty or face death. It matters not.
We're not ready to leave. As simple as that.
Then you shall
Does that mean
die.
we need to... Yep, there's my answer.
Please
Shunk.
roll initiative, my friends.
I am summoning sword.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, so Nori draws the sword, and you see this gleam, if you can call it that, in his eye as he hoists the sword into his firm grip with both of his hands. I'm going to bring up our map. Let's see here. So many maps. There we go. All right. Okay, so 25 to 20, please.
Yeah.
15 to 20.
Des has 15.
Okay. $10 to 15.
13 for Nori.
5 to 10.
7.
7 for Xanthi. And Alrin?
2, because I rolled a 1. Because my dice want me to die tonight, apparently.
Well,
no.
maybe
Do you
you
have
need
any
to get
other
some new
dice?
dice. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Throw that one
using
against
new
the wall.
dice.
Teach it a lesson.
Those new dice are not
Sounds
working
like
for you.
Alrin needs some
Right.
help
Need
in
to-
the chat.
Maybe give him a few rolls, warm him up a
Metal.
little bit.
Orange dragon dice.
It works that way, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah, just warm them up.
Okay, let's bring this map
Grab
up for
another
folks to
bag.
see. All right, so there you are, placed on the map. The individual that was talking to you is this one here. He seems to be obviously the man in charge of this small group. Desmond, you have the initiative. I'm just going to make one quick adjustment because Nori would have been in the front here. So we're going to put Nori there and you right there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Desmond, you watch from behind Nori as she says, I'm not ready to leave yet, and pulls her hex blade from the pocket dimension where she keeps it, and it forms in her hand this blade of now swirling shadow. Desmond, what are you going to do?
Well, he had his crossbow out, just kind of anticipating any kind of
As
thing
you
to go
do
down here.
when you're traveling the Shadowlands?
Yep. So I think at that he gets an immediate sense stuff is popping off. So he's going to take a shot at sorry, I lost track of him. Number 2 over there
Okay.
with the crossbow.
Sounds good.
All right, that is a 23 to hit.
Okay, against number 2, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to hit.
Oh,
13 piercing.
Okay. 13 piercing. Okay. What kind of a weapon is this? Is this a magical weapon?
Yeah, it is. It is his +1 magical crossbow.
Okay. I wasn't sure because there is a weapon that you guys have that is just a mastercraft +1, but I don't think it's this thing.
Yeah, I think it's my swords, right?
Yeah, I think
The
you're right.
short swords we
Yes.
recovered off of. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. All right. So that was against number 1. You fire off a quick shot. Anything else you want to do?
Just checking. Actually, is it too late to add a feature to that? Use up my bonus action and add damage to that?
I will say
Up to you.
yes.
Okay,
It's too
that's fine.
late.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold right here.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Nori.
All right. So Nori's first action is going to be to put her sword up to her forehead and cast Armor of Agathis.
Ooh, nice.
Ice just forms slowly all around her. And bonus action Hex on the leader.
Okay.
And she will take a step up, advancing aggressively, kind of.
Okay. That sounds good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. As you step forward, this leader who who said his name, it's a long name, the general, we'll call him. He channels this paralyzing energy behind his eyes that glow with this deep reddish fire and stares at you with this vengeful glare. Your pride will be the end of you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, Nori.
Wow. I have no advantages. Here we go. Wisdom, you said? 15.
Yes, please. Ooh, all right. You feel the energy coursing through from his eyes as he glares at you, and it feels as though he grows to size, like a massive size, looming before you, his shadow cast upon you, darkening the sky as you look forward, but you strengthen your resolve and you gather yourself and the power of your quest, and you push back this dangerous energy that he emits. Meanwhile, nicely done. Meanwhile, we're going to have a couple of these guys are going to move up. The first one of these warriors is going to attack you, Nori. This is the one that you hit, number 1. It's going to make 2 attacks. It apparates this spectral longsword and comes in for an attack on you. And yeah, folks, if you want to help out our players here, you can donate bits to grant them advantages. I'll put some information in the chat there. All right, so number 1. An 8 on the first attack and a 16 on the second attack.
Nope, both misses.
He comes in swinging and you dodge out of the way, seeing the motion coming towards you. Desmond, one of them is going to attack you.
Okay.
I rolled on the first attack, a 9. Excuse me.
That misses.
But I did roll a natural 20 on the second attack.
Youch.
Yeah. Youchy.
Oh, hey, thanks, Scottish Jeff.
Hey, thanks, Scottish Jeff. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. 16 force damage.
Eek.
Yeah. And then Alrin, third one's going to attack you. An 8 and a 14. No, an 8 and a 16.
16 hits.
Okay.
Dave, is it too late to use my reaction on that?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm going to use
Alrin,
my
you're going to take
reaction,
11 points of damage, Alrin.
to do uncanny dodge.
Okay.
To reduce the damage.
Okay. All right, that is their turn. Xanthi.
Okay. Xanthi is going to actually a second. If I
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
want to step. Yeah, she's gonna take a 5-foot step back and she's gonna cast Spirit Guardians. And
All right.
bring out her friends.
Let's get him, boss.
And gosh, Nori's in the worst place.
Yeah, get us in a little bit closer. We'll be
Yeah,
nice and gentle, won't we, boys? Yeah, of
Okay.
course, of course. Let's get in the fight.
All right, I'm gonna maybe go over here.
Yeah. So she's just gonna kind of pivot around to like keep the little whirring wood chippers like just barely away from Nori as they're trying to get at her. And yeah, she's also going to you know what, draw a oh man, a dagger. I don't know if these are all spectral. She doesn't have a magic dagger, so whatever. Just in case she gets a attack of opportunity at any point.
Okay, sounds good. Also, give me a just based on where you're placing yourself there. You're kind of walking into some sharp brambles, so give me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Nori. All right. Yep.
I'm
So
tanking,
much
man.
trouble. So much trouble.
It's
Doing
not a
my
high
job
DC.
here.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Ooh, it's a little bit higher than that. Yeah.
Stumbles through brambles.
You're going to take 2 piercing damage as you snag your skin on some thorns. Okay, that's Xanthi's turn. Alrin, what's it going to be?
All right, swords out. I'm going to be doing a defensive flourish, so swinging the sword around in a defensive motion. Again, the blade just seems to glow a little bit with as I'm sort of singing under my breath as I'm going to walk right into here. And I'm going to attack the boss guy. And I'm going to use that advantage that Jeff just gave me and see if I can roll better than I've rolled all night
Okay.
as I try to cut into this fool. 2 dice. What could go wrong? Nat 20 and a 10.
The nat 20 definitely hits.
I'll take it.
Nice shot.
I'll take it. Okay. What was going to be? One of those nights, man. It's one of those nights. I rolled 2
It
ones.
doesn't sound good at all.
I rolled 2
No.
ones on my d8s.
For your crit, that's a critical hit. Ouch.
Yeah, I know. So
Okay.
that's
He just laughs.
it's
You get-
still 16 damage with everything.
Okay. 16 damage total. Okay. Anything else? Do you want to try again?
I will take my second attack. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits as well.
Sweet.
He stops laughing.
I mean,
Does.
for 13 damage.
Okay. Nice round. Despite the low rolls, that was pretty nice. 29 points of damage total. Well done. All right, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, Des, you're up, buddy. You got your
All right.
crossbow in your hand as this thing comes up and was swinging at you, hit you with the attacks. What do you do?
He's going to drop the crossbow. Well, kind of just throw it down because it's on a sling. And he's going to pull his dagger now that this thing is right in his face. And he's going to cast Green Flame Blade and take a
Nice.
swipe at number 2.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to use my one of my advantages.
Nice. Thank you, chat.
I'm glad I did. Let's see. That is, oh, that's a pretty good plus. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's going to be 9 piercing
Okay.
and 2 fire damage.
Okay. All right. Nicely done.
And then he's going to bonus action telekinetic pull, in this instance, number 1, or try to.
Okay.
So
All right.
number one
Were those
needs to-
attacks with magical weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
+1 dagger.
All right. You're going to try to pull number 1 towards you?
Yeah, into the... So I can pull him 5 feet. So I'm going to try and pull him 5 feet towards us, like straight back. Like to
Like right here?
Yeah, he needs to roll a DC 15 strength save.
Okay. 16.
Then he doesn't move.
Okay. All right. Good looking out, though. Nice try. All right. Anything else, Desmond?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Nori, you're up.
Yeah, Nori is gonna start swinging. At that guy right there. His hex is also the wisdom is gonna be his disadvantage attribute.
Okay.
I'll do my first swing with advantage from Jeff. Oh, natural 20. So we will be firing in there's an extra D. Hold on. What do I get here? With this sword, you get an extra D8 necrotic.
Orvin's Gladius.
The crit. Here we go.
Very cool.
So I'm doubling, including that extra necrotic as well, or no?
All the dice you would roll twice the dice.
Okay.
Oh, no, because that's just for a critical hit. That's an add-on to a crit. So you don't roll
Okay.
that one twice. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
So 11 times 2 is 22 plus 8 is 30. damage
Wow,
for that
big hits,
first
you
hit.
guys.
Woo!
For my
Big
second attack. Ooh,
Nicely
that's
done.
Gonna hit too. That's it's a 25.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
Ooh, 2 ones. So that is 7 damage for the second hit.
7. Okay. Okay.
You want to know
Very
what's
good.
necrotic in that or no? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to tell me,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
One of that was necrotic and the other one was 3.
Okay. All right. Okay. That brings us to them. Let me take care of the big guy first. All right. He is going to make a couple of swings with this great sword at you, Nori. All right. I'm going to use my advantage from Scottish Jeff on the first one. Thank you, Jeff. It's going to be a 23 to hit you, Nori.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. It's going to be... that's going to be 12. Nope, sorry. That's going to be 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay. He is also going to take a bunch of ice to the face
Ooh,
for 15
yeah.
damage.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Very cool.
And
Okay.
that
Ice damage. I love it. All right, he's going to take another swing at you with this great sword as this ice energy encapsulates him for a moment. He breaks free of it, takes another swing. But I don't think that's going to hit. That's only a 13.
Nope.
He misses. Okay. The other one that's standing next to you, Nori, is going to also take some attacks at you. 2 of them with the spectral longsword. One of them is definitely missing. The other one's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, for 4 force damage. And the one that is within the Circle of angry demon wood chippers is going to roll wisdom save and fail. So go ahead and give me some damage, Xanthi. And then he is going to make 2 attacks on Desmond. I think one of them is going to miss with a 16. The other one's a 19.
Number 2 is taking 2 attacks?
Yes. A 16 and a 19.
Does he take damage first from...
Yep, we're waiting for the damage.
Okay.
It's 11 damage.
Okay.
The 19 hits.
Okay, 19 hits for...
It's radiant.
That is going to be, thank you. That'll be 12 points of force damage.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction again to uncanny dodge. So that was 12, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then finally, Alren, the last one is going to make 2 swings at you. Not rolling great. 13 and 17. 17 hits?
17 hits me.
Okay. That is 8 more force damage to you. That's their turn. Xanthi, it's your turn.
Okay. Xanthi is going to firebolt the guy who's in the circle of death.
Okay.
Does 12 hit?
It doesn't.
It does not. Yep. All right. So then she is going to move 5, 10, 15. 15?
Just a little bit closer. A little bit closer. We can get her. Come on. They're like pulling.
reaching.
They're pulling. Yeah, they're like every time they go around the circle, they're like swinging. Come on, a little bit. There we go. There we go.
Ah! Like just they're just shredding like at the edges, like trying to bite at Nori. And like it just you could make this easier.
So could you. All right. Anything else, Xanthi?
No, I'll stay
right.
right here.
Alren.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did last round because I mean it was effective. So I'm gonna be the blade never stops moving the entire time I'm here as it's trying to defend me. So I'm gonna use another one of the advantages I have, leaving me with one left in the tank, to try to once again hit the boss man with a defensive flourish.
Okay.
That would be a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Yes. $14 points of damage.
Okay. Very nice. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in.
Nice.
Vamp.
I will take my second attack on him,
All right.
and that is a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
For 9 points of damage.
9 more points of damage. All right. You're doing some damage to this guy, no doubt about it.
And bonus action, I'm going to cast a second level healing word on myself as I'm getting beat up.
Okay.
It's hard.
That sounds good. What's your healing word?
What is my healing word? Well, usually the song just changes a little bit and it's sort of cheery, but it seems in this place it has a darkness echoing to it. I'm trying to be positive, but it's almost like just the overwhelming sense of dread makes it hollow.
I like it. Just to add on to your wonderful description, I'll say that as well, you see like just faint wisps of shadow just absorbed by Ulrin as he stands there casting a spell on himself, and you feel the effects of the healing spell.
Sweet. I heal myself 10 points.
All right, back to the top of the order, Desmond.
Okay. All right, he's going to make another. He's going to pull the club with his offhand, but he's going to make another dagger attack at the one in front of him.
Okay.
And this will be another green flame blade attack.
Okay. This is on number 2. Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good. 18 plus 9. I can't add right now.
That's a lot. You hit him.
Sure, that's a hit.
Yep.
27?
That's definitely a hit.
And then
Sheesh. That's a wallop of a hit.
So that's 9 piercing with the magical dagger and 4 flame damage.
9 piercing and 4 flame. Okay.
And then with the club, he's just going to swing back the other way and try to knock him in the head.
Yeah. It's weird when you slice through him with your magical weapon, it catches, but it doesn't feel the same as if you were plunging into like a corporeal body. But you can see that it's doing damage to this creature because it winces and flinches from the damage that you're inflicting.
Okay, that's 17 to hit.
That also hits. Nice.
Does the green flame blade also apply to that attack or just the original? Probably just the original. All right. That's. I don't add anything to that, right? You don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's only
Yep.
1 bludgeoning.
Okay. Every little bit helps.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That was action, bonus action. You know, with movement, I'm just gonna kind of pivot around this guy to move to like here.
Okay. All right. Nori.
All right. Nori's gonna just keep doing what she's doing, swinging at that Captain Z. First one is totally a hit, 25.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Let's see. 14 damage, 2 of which is necrotic. Second swing. Jeez, these dice are hot tonight. 26 to hit.
Yes, that hits. Jeez, you guys. Nicely done.
Nice.
And that is 15 damage, 3 of which is necrotic.
Okay.
And I think I'm kind of locked in here. I'm eyeing up moving so that Xanthi can get the team working on this big guy, but I don't think I can do it without taking any hits. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to stay there.
All right. Nori, because you are directly engaged with this general, you can see that as your blade cuts through, it leaves behind almost like blood-like mimicry of shadow as it cuts through his form, and some of that damage seems to close up as he gains some level of rejuvenation. And
That
he's
was
going
just
to
this
make
time, right?
he's going to make a couple you just noticed it.
Okay.
He's going to make a couple of swings at you. But before he does, he says, "I recognize that sword of yours. It shall be mine."
Never.
I rolled. The first one's going to miss for sure. The other one's a 17.
Miss.
Okay. He swings and you put up your blade and you repel the attack. You parry his second swing. That brings us to his minions. Yeah, one of them is going to take 2 swings at you, Nori. Number 1. That is going to be a total of 16 on the first swing and 16 on the second swing. Misses twice. Someone's watching out for you, it seems like.
I know.
All right. Xanthi, give me some damage. I'm going to make a couple of wisdom saves, an 18 and a 19. So I'm sure they both saved, but they'll take half damage.
I finally rolled somewhat well. 21.
Wow. Yeah, somewhat. That's really
I
that's
usually
really what.
roll less than half.
Well, that's good enough to cause the one that was just about to attack Desmond to disappear from the battlefield.
I got one.
And number 3 is going to go after you, Alrin. Oh, that's pretty good. 21 and a 13.
1 hit.
Okay. The first one comes down, swings through. You feel the sting of this shadow blade, and then you duck out of the way of the second swing. That is going to be a total of 8 more damage, and it is Xanthi's turn.
All right, we're gonna move our wood chipper down to, let's see,
Now go back to where you were.
right there, I think.
Okay.
And she's also going to fire off a firebolt. And you know what? I'm gonna go after the smaller guy.
Okay.
11.
Oh, it goes
really good.
wide.
I'm trying not to hit my friends, I think.
Yeah, it's a tight
really
little
bad.
combat in there, but yeah, it does miss, unfortunately. Is that the end of your turn, Xanthi?
That is.
Okay, we'll go to Alrin.
Okay. We're swinging again. We'll do the same thing. I'm gonna keep the defensive flourish, trying to keep myself from getting hurt too bad with all these undead creatures. So here comes the swing on the boss man.
Okay,
That's a 22 to hit.
that will definitely hit.
Sweet. These dice suck less than all the other ones.
It's nice when you have hundreds of thousands of dice to choose from.
It is 12 points of damage.
Okay, that's legit.
Okay. Second attack. 25 to hit. Holy crap.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You can see that as you swing and make contact with this warrior, he seems to definitely feel the impact and the damage of the attacks, but it doesn't seem to change this glaring visage that he has on his face as he's just staring at Nori with laser-like focus as you're hacking at him from the side.
He's not getting the sword.
9 points of damage.
Okay. What kind of damage is it?
Magic slashing.
Okay. All right, cool. That brings us back to the top, Desmond.
All right. Seeing the spirit guardians harassing these two, Des is gonna roll around Nori and try to stab number 3
Okay.
with his dagger. You know what? I'm gonna use another one of my advantages.
All right.
I believe that is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right.
You guys are doing great against these minions for sure.
It's like a diss.
I mean, you're not doing too bad against the big guy either, but You guys are walloping these guys.
All right, so that's 17 piercing with the magical dagger
Okay.
with the sneak attack.
Very
And
cool.
then he's gonna bonus action disengage to here.
Yeah, smart. Okay, Nori.
Nori's gonna bonus action cast Hexblade's Curse on the big guy too.
Okay.
Feeling like she needs to. And keep swinging. Natural 20.
Woo.
Again.
Oh,
Wow.
These dice are so hot tonight.
The matron is shining down upon you in all of her gloomy, shadowy glory.
Let's see. So 7, that's 14 plus 15, 16, 17. 31 damage for my first hit.
31 points of damage. Okay.
Woo.
Okay, I should not have said anything. Second hit is an 11.
11 to hit. The 11 does not hit.
Okay.
But I will say
think
this, Nori Bibblespark, as you cut into this looming, monstrous warrior, you slice through and you hear a faint gurgle as if blood in the throat. From the corner of your eye, you see the spectral warriors disappear. You watch as the final blow topples the general. He staggers and drops to a knee. He looks up at you. Swordbearer. The look on his face, it's like that relentless glare, that vengefulness that he had in his eyes seems to be replaced with something more akin to sorrow. His eyes, once fierce and wavering, now reveal perhaps a glimpse of his vulnerability, his tormented soul that lays deeper beyond the eyes. You have bested me. But know this. I feel kinship to you in a strange way. We all seek to break free of the chains that bind us. He takes a stuttering breath. The Countess, her power is immense. For beyond what you have encountered here. She will not fall easily. But there is a way. You can see that he's starting to flicker in and out of existence.
I grab his shoulder. What is it? What's the way?
Greatest vulnerability lies in her insatiable desire to please the horned ones, particularly Nerul. I warn you, we are cursed, all of us. In a day's time, I and my companions will reform and return to kill you. This is our fate. To serve her endlessly without hope of release. Use the time you have wisely. And he's flickering more rapidly now. Prepare for the inevitable and remember, the Countess can be undone. Exploit her weakness. It may be the only way to bring her down and save these Shadowlands and your matron. And then he just dissipates into the ether.
Thank you, General. But you're never getting this. And then I pull the sword back in.
You look around, your companions, some of them wounded. These monstrous little wood chipper-like demons lurching in your direction, straining against Xanthi's magical restraint.
Sorry. I don't know how to train them.
We're just doing our job, miss. You just let us do our job. Yeah. Let us get to it. They're pointing at Nori.
Side.
Yeah, whatever.
She's an ally.
We've heard it all before. Just a little bit closer and we'll take care of it. Like we is supposed to.
She dismisses them.
Hey, whoa!
I don't know. It's this place. It's made them all weird.
Nori, did you get what he was talking about?
I understood the
Her-
words.
Her weakness.
Weakness. His Nerul.
Would Des recognize that name or the reference?
Oh yeah, you definitely would recognize the name. Give me a religion check.
Uh, 16.
You know the name Nerul for a variety of reasons. In the region where you grew up, in and around Hamlet and the countryside within the Viscounty of Verbabonk, the Old Faith, worshippers of the Old Faith, consider Nerul the Flan influence on the understanding of the pantheons. They consider Nerul to be the god of winter, god of death. Nerul is said to slay Obadhai every winter. Nerul is referred to as the Reaper by some. But the reason that the more immediate reason, I should say, that you recognize this name and perhaps a nascent sort of connection to what's going on here is that you had once with your companions not long ago on your way to thwart the Dark Druid's ritual to summon Anthraxis, you had come upon the Standing Stones of Ignis.
That's right.
Which were a bit of a totem and place of power to these dark Flan gods in Cabulos, Nerul, Orcus, Zugatmoy.
You guys know what he's talking about?
Yeah, Des will just kind of pass all that info on.
Oh yeah.
And she'll dig into her bag and she'll pull out the rubbing that she did of the pillars.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
Like this one?
Now that we've heard that, does anything, from that pillar, does anything of that add or give us any further insight?
Not the rubbing itself doesn't really give you any additional insight other than the potential that there's some sort of connection.
There was a bowl in the middle of all those four stones that was right with a liquid that was was it blood?
It was glowing with like a strange glow, and when someone put it out, I don't remember exactly who it was, what was left behind was a small seed that you ended up bringing to Willow Whisperwind and putting it in her caretaking. She indicated to you that it was indeed very evil.
Okay, well, So we know that bit now. We did come here for Eva.
As you say that, Nori, you look back at the way marker, the waypoint, the signpost upon which is nailed a corpse. You're close enough now to see that it appears as though this thing has been affixed to this old signpost for a long time. Its skin is worn and weather beaten, stretched like thin leather across the skull. Lids of its eyes stitched closed, as I mentioned. It's the skin and the lips kind of like dried up and shriveled to reveal this sort of gnarly, broken, toothed grin. And as you say the name Eva, you hear the sound of creaking leather as the dead man's head slowly swivels to you in anticipation. And you hear the tearing sound of flesh as it pulls one of its hands away from the large iron spike, pulls forward, a piece of skin drops to the ground, and it just points in one of the 5 directions.
Xanthe screams.
And that, my
Nori
friends, is where we will
swoons.
end tonight's session with Xanthe screaming and Nori swooning, Desmond and Alrin watching on with glee or horror. We'll find out next time we play.
Kind of a mix.
A little bit of a mix. I love it. All right, cool. Well, hey, that's Dungeons and Dragons, and this is the Heroes of Greyhawk.
Pull the
We
finger.
we are in a very strange world because of Nori. So thank you, Shelley, for all the juicy backstory. All right, let's go around the tabletop here and do our outros. And while you're doing that, I want to quickly remind people to enter to win tonight's giveaway. We're giving away a digital copy of Esmeralda's Guide to Ravenloft. This thing is really sweet and super fun and something you can throw into your campaign, or if you're doing some cool Ravenloft stuff, you can do it there as well. You can do it anywhere you want. It's fine. Just do it. Okay, let's start with Shelley.
Hey yo, friends. Shelly here, also known as Flea Monkey, also known as Hey It's Flea Monkey on Instagram and Threads. You can find me here every Tuesday night, every Wednesday night over on Tithalanos' channel, every other Wednesday right now because it's summer. Doing a little Pathfinder 2E. Also, like let's just say, come join us to play a little Shadow Dark. If you haven't already, because it's fun, get on the Discord and come die in the dark with us. It's great. It's way more fun than it sounds.
We do have a good time. There's no doubt about it. Great plug, Shelley. Thanks for being here. And as I mentioned, you created a pretty wicked backstory. So I'm so excited to see where this goes next. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, also known as Minnesota Muse. You can find me as Minnesota Muse on our Discord, on Blue Sky, or as Minnesota Muse 99 on Threads. I'm only here right now, but if you wanted to see more of me, you could go on our YouTube and see my campaign that I ran this spring, and check out the cool world that I made with a dark god and kind of an oops all warlocks campaign. So yeah, go check out The Undying Sky.
Yeah, it's so good, you guys. It's on our YouTube channel. I just put the link in the chat. Go find it. It's good stuff. A lot of fun. Great table of people on that one as well. Super fun to watch. All right, let's jump over to Andy G3D. Andy, thanks for sticking it out, buddy. Hope you're feeling okay. Not too tired.
Yep, I made it.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch. Yeah, you can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond, dodging all of Dave's shenanigans that he likes to throw at us. But yeah, you can find me hanging out on our Discord and yeah, having a good old time.
Glad you're able to be here, Andy. Appreciate you very much. And last but not least, let's jump over to Mr. Vamp Wickman. Hi, Vamp.
What's up? What's up, Dave?
Hi.
Hey. Chad here, Vamp Wickman. First off, thanks for running, Dave. It was a
You got it, buddy.
blast. As you, send Nori into insanity. It's all
Of her
good
own-
fun.
of
though,
her own
right?
making.
Yeah. You can catch me here on Tuesdays, Heroes of Greyhawk. Coming up next month, not sure exactly when we're starting, but I'll be back on the Gary Con Live channel, playing
Ooh.
another adventure that Garner will be running.
Nice.
Should be fun. I think we're a 4th level group perhaps now. I don't have all of the details. I'm sure I'll make something strange. I'll definitely dress up as something strange. You know how it is.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
I see Jay in the chat. I was just up at his house over the weekend as he did a 24-hour stream. I don't know what you calling me
That's
or
crazy.
Tim crazy. You did a 24-hour stream, Jay. We're too old for that shit. I'm sorry. But he did very well with Twitch with that. But yes, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, thanks Dave for running it. Thanks everybody.
You got it, man.
Thanks to all the players. You guys are great. It's fun playing.
All right. Well, thank you, Vamp. We appreciate you very much. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of multitasking as I'm looking for somebody to raid into. All right. So, Ashley, did we already go around? We already went around the circle, didn't we?
You want me to go again? Hey, everybody, I'm still
Yeah.
Minnesota Views.
Still? All right. I just looked at you and it looked like you were ready to say something. So, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and give away some loot from our good friends at CZRPG. You guys, we're giving away Esmeralda's Guide to Ravenloft. This thing is sweet. There's all kinds of good content in here. I think you'll really dig it. New domains of dread, new monsters, new lineages, new subclass options, and so many maps. It could be yours. Type !drawing to get in on this giveaway. Ashley is going to give us a ceremonial 5-second countdown so we can give this loot away to one lucky winner. Ashley, if you would please give us the countdown.
All right, you guys. Last chance. Get your names in for the drawing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here it is. Old school FRP is on a winning streak, I think. Congratulations. If you're still here, let us know, and we will give that loot to you. Otherwise, we may have to draw someone else, but I feel like you're hanging out. Somebody, let's ping them just to make sure. You are the winner, Old School. Are you here? Are you here, Old School? I'm not seeing Old School. What are we gonna do, you guys? What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna have to give it to somebody else. All right, this is you get another chance, you guys, seriously, to get in on this thing. Not in chat. That's right. Thank you, Jay. All right, here we go. We're gonna try again. !drawing to get in, and the big wiener is Vamp Wickman. Vamp, you have won the giveaway. Congratulations, buddy. Totally not rigged. # not rigged. I know where you are. I can get you this loot right quick. Thank you all, everyone, for being here. We know Vamp is here. Very deserving. And we will see you guys next time. I should mention that on Thursday, we have our finale of The Freelancers, a game that's been absolutely fantastic, run by our good friend Dungeon Mr. Ty, Lamar the Con Guy, Alan Henry, and Udahime and myself are in that one. Very, very fun game. Please consider stopping by to check that out. It is the big finale. We're so, well, it's kind of bittersweet, right? Because it's a fun game. You don't want it to end, but I'm so excited to see what happens. So stop by, check it out. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central. We'll see you there, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. And let's raid into Captain Owlbear, who's playing some Marrow Strand. Later, guys. Thank you so much.